So this program is regarding the conversion between different user-defined data types. Okay, so in this case, we will create two different user-defined data types. Means we will create two different classes. So the first class is time in hours. Time in hours. Okay, and in the private section, let's have two variables, int hours and int minutes. Okay, and in the public section, let's create constructor time in hours. It is a zero argument constructor hours 0 comma minutes minutes 0. Okay, let us make it minutes. Okay, and let's create another function void get time in hours, and here let's write cout enter hour in hours cout enter minutes in minutes. Okay, and let us also create show time in hours. Okay, so let us write cout hours and minutes Okay, so far so good. Let us create another class time in minutes. Here we will have only one data member, private int minutes. Okay, and here also we will create constructor time in minutes is 0. Okay, and let me copy these two functions. Okay, get time in minutes. Okay, so it will this class is meant for dealing with time in minutes only. Okay, so if 2 hours has passed, it means it will show 120 minutes. Okay, so here also we need to change it, cout minutes. Okay, so let us write the main function also, main. Time in hours and T1, but we are passing it to 60. It means what? It means the class is time in hours, but we are passing it time in minutes. Okay, so we need to convert this time in hours to time which is given here in minutes, that is 260. We have to convert it into time in hours and minutes. Okay, so here what we need, a conversion operator or a conversion constructor. Here we need a conversion constructor. Okay, so whenever we write the code in the destination, we use the conversion constructor. Okay, so the code will be written here. So let us write the conversion constructor here. Time in minutes. Okay, and here we are passing it some value. So let us say int x. So 260 which is given here will be passed here to variable x. So from x we need to extract the exact number of hours and minutes. Okay, so if it is 260, then how many hours will be there? 260 means 1 hour contains 60 minutes. So 60 minutes make 1 hour. Let us this is time in minutes. Okay, so I'm writing in the wrong class. Let's delete it from here. We need to write it in time in hours. Okay, here. Okay, time in hours. But we are passing it time in minutes. So we need to convert that time into hours. Okay, so hours is equal to 260 divided by, that is x divided by 60, because 1 hour contains 60 minutes. Okay, so it means if it is 260, it will be divided by 60, and this is a float value. Okay, so this will give us a float value. Okay, and here also, instead of taking hours, let us take a float value, float h fraction, right? Because it is giving us the number of hours in fraction. Okay, now what we need to do, it is giving us hours in fraction. Okay, and now uh, hours is equal to int hours in fraction. Am I right? Let us see. It is 260 divided by 60. How much it will be? It will be 6 point, suppose it is 4, 5. Okay, so it is 6.45 hours, suppose. And now hours is equal to int h fraction. It means it will truncate the fraction part and it will give us only the value in integers. We can also use static cast here. So let me use that, static underscore cast. We want to convert this value h fraction, which is a float value, to integer. Okay, so it will give us the exact number of hours. Now what will be the number of minutes? The number of minutes will be for that, what should we write? We should write the remaining part. Okay, so minutes is equal to h fraction minus hours. Okay, so 6.45 minus 6 is equal to 0.45. 0.45 hours will be left, and we have to convert this 0.45 hours into minutes. So we will multiply it by 60. So we will get the desired number of minutes. Okay. So now let us test it and see whether we are getting the correct output or not. Okay. So let us write here T1 dot show. What is the name of show time in hours? Show time in hours. Okay, and at the end return 0. Let's save it. So it is 4 hours and 20 minutes. So 260 minutes is actually 4 hours and 20 minutes. So it is working fine. So now I want to show the use of conversion operator. We have seen how to use the conversion constructor. The conversion constructor is used in the destination class, while the conversion operator is used in the source class. So the source class is class time in minutes. Okay, so here we have to write the conversion operator. For that we will use the operator keyword. Okay, and we want to convert the time which is given to us in minutes, we want to convert it into time in hours. Okay, so we want to convert it into time in hours. Okay, yeah. So here we will write the code for conversion from minutes to time in hours. So I think we can copy this. This is also conversion from time which is given in minutes to hours. Okay, so here we will obtain the h fraction, hours in fraction, but here instead of using variable x, we will use the variable minutes, which is the member of this class. Okay, so whatever value is stored in this data member minutes, that will be converted into time in hours. Okay, so here let us write int hours, because hours is not defined here, and also write here int minutes. Okay, and then return time in hours, comma minutes. So what are we doing here? We are converting this minutes data member of this class into hours and minutes, two values, and these two values we are putting into an object. We are creating a temporary object and returning that object. Okay, so we are returning time in hours, comma minutes. But I think when we try to run this will give us an error. So pause this video for a second and think why it will give us an error. Okay, so I have run it, and as I said, this is giving us an error because there is no matching call to time in hours, which is receiving two integer values. So we do not have any constructor for creating this type of object in the class time in hours. So we need to create a constructor for receiving two arguments. Okay, so let us do it here. Time in hours, int h comma int m, where hours is initialized to h and minutes is initialized to m. Okay, so I think now it will run correctly. Yeah, but it is not giving us any new output because we have not utilized this operator, conversion operator. Okay, so now how to use this conversion operator? For that, first we need to create an object of time in minutes t2, and let us initialize this time to minutes. Okay, do not initialize it, rather we will call the t2 dot get time in minutes. Okay, and then we will call t2 dot show time in minutes, show time in minutes. Okay, okay, so then we will convert this time into time in hours. Okay, so time in hours t3 is equal to t2. Okay, so this time will be converted into hours, and then t3 dot show time in hours. Okay, so let us run it. Yeah, so here we have created time in minutes t2 and t2 dot get minutes. So get minutes will ask us to enter time in minutes. Suppose I enter 165. Okay, and now it is calling t2 dot show time in minutes. It is giving us 165 minutes, and then we are converting this t2 to t3, and in this case what function will be called, whether the conversion constructor will be called or the conversion operator will be called. In this case, the conversion operator will be called because we are converting the value from T2 to T3. Okay, and it is giving us 2 hours and 45 minutes. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Okay, so this is how we can use the conversion operator as well as the conversion constructor. Okay, so similar kind of functions can be written in both the time in hours and time in minutes for converting the time which is given in hours to time in minutes. Okay, previously we converted the time in minutes to time in hours. Now I want to convert the time given in hours to time in minutes. So this is left as an exercise for you. Okay.